You remember John McPhee did the similar thing down there, and it's like that. But no shame, even.
TT 2017, Marc Marquez today could be outright the third most successful Repsol Honda man.
Something always happens here in Phillip Island, just under 35 on the 17th round of the MotoGP World Championship. As we said earlier, on paper, Maverick Vinales looks Marquez Crutchlow.
Soft rear tyre then for Vinales. Is he going to try and escape? Is he going to try and bolt and open up a gap like he did here?
The 17. Who will be the Wizard of Oz? The green flag wave. The Australian Grand Prix is underway. Good start there from Fabio Quartararo. Into turn one, look at Iannone. Crutchlow is first. Here comes Rossi. Rossi leads.
Rossi, a slight. Quartararo's down. That was a factory Ducati. It was Petrucci. Huge high side for Petrucci at the southern loop.
Unbelievable stuff here as they come in towards turn four. Rossi leads then, number 46 from Cal Crutchlow. Iannone here. What a massive high side from Danilo Petrucci.
Not the first time this season we've seen on the very first lap Vizioso. This time Petrucci high sides, not enough heat in that tyre. High side, he takes Quartararo over 6/10 of a second. Rossi from Crutchlow. Marquez got a really poor start, and Iannone got a dream.
From Valentino Rossi. Crutchlow, the 2016 winner then, up into second place. Iannone, he was second here last year on that factory of Aprilia. What a job he's doing, and Marc Marquez then in fourth place. Tardozzi believes
the black one here in Australia, just under 3/10 clear of Cal Crutchlow. Iannone still keeping Marquez. This is the moment involving Petrucci and Quartararo.
Yeah, he's gone in wide. Poor old Fabio Quartararo, who was wide himself.
Quartararo actually was going to be running on the grass himself. Quartararo was pushed out wide and launched himself skywards. There was a bit of contact, a minimal bit of a nudge there from Marc Marquez. Nothing intense. Lost the rear. Quartararo was already out wide. Nothing he could do about it. Petrucci and Quartararo down and out. Rossi's
seventh place is intense. We're on board here with Vinales. He's not made a great start. He's desperate now to find a way past that.
It was not a good first lap at all for Maverick Vinales with that soft rear tyre as well. He wanted to get the good start and try and break away. Still Rossi that's making the headway. Is he about to be swallowed up on the brakes into turn one by Cal Crutchlow? We know the Honda's got the still keeping Marquez at bay. What a performance by Andrea Iannone. Can he make it incredibly? Andrea Iannone podiums on the Ducati, podiums on the Suzuki, and fighting for the podium on the Aprilia. Outstanding performance.
Rotate Marquez up the inside of Iannone then. He moves up into third place on the brakes into turn four.
And then right on the rear tyre of his factory Suzuki. Alex Rins, next in his eye line is Jack Miller, then your race leader Rossi.
We know that he's got great pace, Alex Rins, but he's always giving himself so much work.
Vinales on the inside of Aleix Espargaro, and Iannone's fought back. He's taken that first place back from Marc Marquez, found a way through Aleix Espargaro, the pole man and last year's race winner fifth.
What a job from the Aprilia riders. Marquez, he's trying to find a way through. Jack Miller, fastest lap of the race.
Crutchlow leads, Cal Crutchlow's hit the front then. This is unbelievable. We've never seen this from the factory Aprilia. Iannone up in the second place, Rossi picked off by Crutchlow.
From an Aprilia, then a Yamaha in third. Into the brakes, and Iannone that's in third. Marc Marquez in fourth. Maverick Vinales now trying to charge through on him.
The top line covered by less than 1.5 seconds. Number 8, under pressure from Iannone. Rossi still not been able to retaliate on his fellow Italian. Down to turn 10. Iannone's going for it on the brakes. Up the inside of Cal Crutchlow, and an Aprilia in the hands of Andrea.
And the final quarter in lead, the Australian Grand Prix. Maverick Vinales has gone through on Marc Marquez as well. So look at Cal.
Something must have happened there to Iannone. The Honda didn't just blitz by there. I mean, Honda is now trying to sweep around the outside, then the inside of Marc Marquez. Rossi's out wide at the southern loop. Marc the top 3. It's down to 1.1 seconds now, the gap between that top 9. It is Moto3 and Moto2.
On that from Marc Marquez, and Rossi moves up ahead of Vinales as well.
Yeah, Rossi really toughed it out on the brakes into turn 4. We're going to take that place, so he's now top Yamaha in 4th place. Vizioso at the moment has not been able to make a way through on the Miller and Aleix Espargaro. Aleix Espargaro's doing a brilliant job. Here's the factory Aprilia team. They are
Phillip Island, what a race we've got here in store. Crutchlow leads, Marquez second, Iannone third, Vinales and Rossi. Big question as well, will the weather have its say on things?
But Crutchlow is going to lead over the line to start lap number 6. His lead over Marquez.
How many are in it, and how many times do we come to Phillip Island, Keith, and it produces this track? It's harder for someone to pull away around this track.
There goes the Honda, found his Honda lane, drove straight past. We seem to have heard that before, but it's Iannone who's making the difference on that bike at the moment. Fourth place, Maverick Vinales. The pole is really good there. Oh, go on, stick it in with a big sideways action. Everything on this year's Honda. He's got the Repsol factory version behind him. They're virtually the same motorcycle compared with Lucio Cecchinello Racing's independent team. Personnel is the biggest difference in factory garages.
What's going to be interesting at the front with Cal and Marquez. Marquez's motorcycle, they normally go for the same tyres.
But Cal has done this before, where he's picked a tyre that's absolutely worked. Cal has done it before, and I've seen him make that decision. It's his birthday next week. The birthday present.
And just think,
one he can give himself.
Well, yeah, 12 months ago he was in hospital.
Scary stat. Honda's first, second, and last. This weekend we figured top 15 would be good, top 10 would be brilliant for Zarco. Well, first time he's ever... Marquez takes a long look over his shoulder. And the problem is with poor old Zarco, he's just not had a run at it. Wet in the first session.
Behind Cal at the moment, and Lorenzo's 15 seconds, so Zarco's 10 seconds already. See, you know, he has no confidence, and so he doesn't want to push in cool conditions.
So has Maverick Vinales as well. He's followed Marc Marquez through. Maverick Vinales, we know he has late race pace. Is whether Cal Crutchlow's rear tyre is the real gem in this. Whether he has chosen, absolutely, the Petrucci took him out with his body. So this was all when Cal checked up. That was a bit of a problem for Quartararo. He ended up having to go wide, and then Petrucci, as you said earlier, got greedy.
Yeah, as he tipped into the corner, Fabio lost the rear, you saw, and that's why he was really wide. It almost flicked him off before.
You don't get over those kind of bruises in a week. Still Cal Crutchlow leading. And it's a good live heart rate of Maverick Vinales. It's going to go up in a minute if he gets up the inside of... He does. So Maverick Vinales, Crutchlow leading, but Maverick Vinales, the pole sitter's now after him. He won in Assen, he's looking to do it again here, that's for sure.
It went up 1 beat per minute, up to 130 from 12.
I think mine's a mile higher than his, sitting here with... Yamaha is leading this race up. It's not entertaining, and a lot of people don't like the fact that he is playing cat and mouse with race leaders, but he will win a race at whatever it takes, whatever tactic, whatever you've got to do. Marc Marquez.
The right hand side of that front though is looking really marked up. You can see it then from the onboard from Maverick. So racing camera, let's have a look at it as he gets close to the right side of that front. It's really dark.
Rain, saw some spots.
We can just change in a heartbeat.
This is going to be interesting because this is going to be close. Once we've gone past 3/4 of the race.
There's one thing Marquez won't do. He won't pass Vinales before he comes into the pits. Wins on the flag-to-flag races because he's judged it perfect. So I'm sure.
But he won't want to come in wobbling around on a wet track with slicks on. It's going to be touch and go whether he's going to be able to catch him. And that's the calculation he's for the flag-to-flag.
Exactly.
But they will give you the opportunity to go flag to flag or stay out there. It depends. You could get an absolute deluge.
Well, that's a fair point. We've already had that 2 or 3 times.
Which they will red flag it for. That I think that's the.
Unfortunately, just got passed by Rins.
Still, we're looking back at the short shifting Yamaha man of Maverick. Just wants to win races now. That's all it's all about. Vinales to the line. 4 laps to go. Then.
Do you know what? He's over the line if he wants.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's on the braking area here where I want to see whether he's going to be doing it. And Maverick
literally out of the last corner.
Problem being,
risky strategy.
It is now with 3.5 laps to go. That is, or 3.5. I believe now, these guys, if it rains a little bit, they won't come in. Bikes are sitting there on the tyre warmer with only 3.5 laps now to go. I cannot imagine anybody coming in. They'll risk it
unless it does like a. Vinales has won 1 race. Yamaha have won 1 race this year.
Mental rain on. It's how hard you can go. You want to get over it. You think it's raining. You're looking at it looks worse on your visor because it spreads it. Marquez hunting down Maverick Vinales. The Honda has got more power down the front straight. Is that because of that corner? It's got mid-corner speed there, the Honda.
And that's so Marquez, the long left-hand corners, he loves it.
Turn 1, down towards the southern loop. Long hook through the southern loop, up through Stoner's corner. They go, while we look back to Doohan's corner. It's Jack Miller, Andrea Iannone. Then it is still the Suzuki. Joan Mir has gone in front of teammate Alex Rins. Wow.
Really strange. Since that stunning Silverstone win, he's lost quite a lot of form.
And now it's
I mean, no.
back at the front. Oh, still Vinales. 2.5 laps to go then. Crutchlow still third. An absolute disaster. Battle for first place. Penultimate lap coming up onto the Gardner Straight. Will
The Jaws music, can't you?
dun, 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 dun.
It's just building. He checked then to see 1,000ths of a second. I mean, he's rolling off.
I can't disagree with you.
Last corner behind the guy in front.
I can't see that. I can't see him leaving it that late. There are places he can pass him. Gearbox. There's the commentary positions behind them. Now then. Oh, Miller! Go on, Jack. Give it some. It's your home Grand Prix. Don't leave anything. Won't.
Can you believe it? Lorenzo's still not gone over the line. Look where they are.
I'm not even looking.
Just gone over the line.
Will it be this lap? I wonder. That's MG they were looking at there as a possibility. Look at him lining himself. G on to 11, down through 12 now, onto the front straight. Now then, Maverick Vinales, here he comes, here comes. Now then, what have you got left, Mark? Look at this. Here comes Maverick Vinales, he wants a bit of that. Can't get it done at Southern Loop. He's got some braking advantage there. We've seen him just be able to get on the brake a little later than Mark. Will he be able? Here is a braking opportunity. Here is an overtaking opportunity. But if you've not seen the man in front of you before, right, this is going to be whether Maverick Vinales has got something a little bit special up his sleeve in this close. And even if he has got the faster bike, he's not going to be able to make the pass. It's going to have to be MG.
Or he's not going to win.
Lukey Heights over the top of Lukey Heights. Down the water. Oh! He's down on the floor, Maverick Vinales. But once again, Marc Marquez has outthought everyone else on the racetrack when he really... Maverick Vinales has had the pace all week long, but it is the world champion that wins the Australian Grand Prix. Fantastic. And third place is going to be Miller. Jack Miller for Australia gets a podium. A result for jumping jackass Miller. He's done it. Bagnaia gets fourth place in front of...
So pleased for him. You know what that means to him. He has been doing PR since the second he got back to us.
Going to do it anyway on the brakes. But he got it alive. You remember John McPhee did this similar thing down there, and it's like that. But no shame, even though there will be pain.
I totally exactly.
Good man. You know, he must feel horrible at the moment,
but he's got everybody's respect.
Yeah, but second place.